Oh, you bastard. Oh, yeah. Hello and welcome to the Too Much Time on Our Hands podcast. You're joining us live on the stream on YouTube. It's the classic threesome. We're not in the fuck bunker. Only one of us is in the fuck bunker right now. And they are having a smashing good time there. Let's do the introductions. Hello, Russ.
Sup? I wasn't prepared for you acting your way into this.
I know. I just thought I'd give it a try. I had a little game thing here, so I just thought I'd pretend to play that, and everyone will think, "Oh my god, he's so amazing and playing a game, but he's doing really badly at it. Oh, what's going on? Oh, but no, yeah." Hi, Ross.
Sup?
Not a lot. Yep. Dan, hello.
Hi, you killed that intro, Tom, with surgical precision. Also, hi, Handies.
Yeah,
How you doing out there, Handies?
Handy
What up,
hi.
Handies? And I am Tom. It's great to be here. This week, we are going to be looking at, as the title that you saw on our socials might have suggested, Personalised Assassins. We are going to go around the room and reveal the assassins that we would hire or engage the services of to kill the other members of the Too Much Time on Our Hands team. It's a little bit in celebration of Assassin's Creed. Is it called Shadows?
Yeah.
Yeah? The new
Assassin's Creed
game?
Moody guys.
Yeah, basically the latest in the very long line of Assassin's Creed games, and it got us thinking that doing something like this would be pretty good fun. Sadly, Duncan is, I don't know, I think he got his thumb stuck in something, can't get to the laptop, so
He said
has
there'd
sent
been a
us
road closure, and there are only 2 roads where he lives, so it's quite a big deal.
the only road in Canada. Follow the only road. Ottawa left, Vancouver right, whatever it is. So you've just got one road in Scotland, and you've got Glasgow at one end and Edinburgh at the other, and that's it.
That's
so
just
Duncan's-
Scotland. There's nothing
Duncan's
between it.
stuck somewhere on that road. I hope you're all right, Duncan. And if not, you can join us again. Anyway, so should we get cracking? Let's go. First of all, let's because otherwise this might be quite quick and we might zip through this really quickly. Assassins in popular culture.
Yeah.
What do we think? What do we feel? Like, why is assassination?
They're good. And
Stuff like, why is
I
assassination
do feel it's
something
one of those sort of professions that is probably like the least accurately represented
sorry,
in
but they're very accurate.
in film and stuff. Like, I can't imagine, like, they all seem to be sort of extremely well played, ultra cool, very well tailored, stylish quip machines. I don't see that marrying up with much actual real life.
We should. So, 2 things. Is there a difference between a hitman and an assassin?
I think so,
don't-
because I think hitman is kind of the catch-all. Like, when you say hitman, I think like mob hitman, like kind of someone who just kills for money, like and it might not be a lot. When I think of an assassin, I think of like top of
Yeah.
their game, top of the league,
It's someone who's a true professional.
hired killer,
Is it
or government spook?
They
Is it
might sort of
ironic?
like take a bit of pride. They probably don't enjoy killing for its sake. It's done to do a job well, and they are, they're not someone who's going to get distracted or double cross you, because that's not professional.
Would you say the hitman in Hitman video games is actually more of an assassin?
He is, yeah. He's
an
often,
assassin. Yeah.
he is an assassin. Like, in
I
fact,
mean, it's just semantics, isn't it?
Yeah.
But if we're gonna
the
say
latest
difference-
ones, the latest 3 games were very much they were called the world of assassination.
Yeah.
The idea being he was a globe-trotting assassin. Whereas I would put Vince Vega and Jules Winfield as hitmen.
Ah, okay.
They're
Yeah.
like mob enforcers and hitmen, as they kill for money, and they even Vince in Pulp Fiction, when he kills the guys, he doesn't look particularly happy about it. Like, he doesn't want to kill those people, but it's the job. It pays the money, it funds his drug habit, etc. So yeah.
Also, if you are thinking about hiring hitman, this is sage advice from last podcast on the left. If you take out an ad if you see an ad and you use that ad to try and hire a hitman, you are talking to a police officer.
You
There
kind
is
of deserve everything
100%
you get
guarantee
there, really, don't you?
you are talking to a police officer.
Like,
There is no one.
maybe this is one
90%
to
of
click through
hitmen.
to the second
Yeah.
page of Google results.
Yeah, exactly. 90% of the time, when you're talking to a hitman, you are talking to a police officer that is aware that something is going on and they're trying to
Yeah.
catch you out.
You see
There was
far
that.
more stories in the news about people who attempt to hire a hitman
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
kill their wife, kill their husband, whatever, than who actually manage to do it.
Yeah, these people are not easy to get hold of. Like they're not easy to call. They don't list on Craigslist basically. Like they don't do that.
You're
But
getting
like
somebody who's going to do a real sloppy job.
there was that
Find them on Craigslist. What, $20?
there was that woman in America, wasn't it? Dahlia, was it Dahlia? I can't remember what her name was, but she tried to hire a hitman to kill her husband,
Yeah.
and it ended up being an undercover cop
Of course it was.
Naturally.
Yeah.
who basically played the video to her husband of them talking, and he was like, "Right, well, definitely arrest her." And
Yeah.
so they arrested her, and then literally, like, he walked into he was the person she called when she went to jail. And she was like, "You know me, I would never do this." And he's like, "Dude, I fucking saw the video of you talking to the undercover cop saying you wanted me dead." Like, I mean, what do I do? I'm like, give me the divorce, sign the house over to me, I'll look after your mum, is all he said to her. She's like, "Oh, no, but it wasn't me." Like, dude, I mean, like, saw the video, watch it over and over.
Quite hard to row back from, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite hard. However, I'm hoping our friendship, our sort of and professional life isn't changed by knowing who we would hire to kill each other.
Well, so I mean, that's probably something I want to dig a bit deeper into. So why have we annoyed each other to the extent that we are spending huge amounts of money on professional murderers?
So, from my point of view, Dan and I have basically just had a differing of opinion on something. And it's gotten to the point where the only way out I can see is I'm just going to have to kill him. Like, I'm just going to have to kill him.
Talking to your wife, like,
But
there's only one reasonable course of action, then that is to hire a professional assassin.
but I can't do it myself because when it comes to it, it'll be like that time I went out, like, and my mates were with a farmer, and he was like, let's do some pest shooting and stuff like that. Couldn't do it. I don't want to kill an animal. Like, it's the same thing. I couldn't do that to Dan. I couldn't do it. I would have to hire someone. You, Russ, basically, you've just picked up a hobby like 3D modeling or a YouTube channel or something like that, and you've done it so fucking piss effortlessly, and you've just made it successful that I've finally snapped. Like, I'm so sick of you being so effortlessly good at stuff that I've just been like, "Oh, fuck it, I'm gonna kill him." I can't do this anymore. I can't sit by knowing that there's someone like that with better hair than me, better miniature painting.
So I think that's
Hang
what
on,
it is.
Tom. You're not killing me for my better hair. Fuck you.
Because
I know why I'm killing
that's
you.
all bullshit. The trick to making things that you do seem effortless is to pick things to do that are actually quite easy.
Fuck you, Russ.
Yeah, fuck you. Right, that's it.
Go seriously.
Hello?
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Obviously, there is genuine.
That's it. You're dead. You're dead.
There is a certain type of man, and I talk to them quite a lot at work, who see my hair and get seethingly angry. But they can't express that in any way because you're just talking to them about something to do with work. Dan, you would irritate them even more because you're not grey.
Have you seen all the memes about when you reach a certain age and you grow out your hair? It's a power move.
Yeah, it's basically
you
that.
can
They
do
feel
it.
like I'm doing that to them.
That's why I do this.
Because and a lot of these people are like millionaires, really powerful, but they talk to me and they feel like I'm like trying to put one over on them.
Because you've got the hair
quite
of a
enjoy.
Greek god.
I mean, fuck you again, Tom. But have any of you seen Jason Bateman recently?
No, is he pulling this?
Look up
got-
Jason Bateman. I had to question whether I'd gone to a basketball game in America. I kid you not. I'm not even blowing my own trumpet here because he looks
Holy
rough.
shit.
But like, yeah.
Dan, by the way, the
the
differing of opinion would just be the thing that made me snap. Like there's all the other stuff as well. I'm thinking more about the things that made me snap. Like it's
There's a
thing that-
laundry list here.
Yeah, no, yeah, well, no. I mean, the fact that you have really long hair just annoys me senselessly. Like, it just annoys me. Like, but that's just because I'm follically challenged. Anyway, Duncan, I like to think that he and I were having a really nice drink out one day, and I accidentally asked him about seaweed or something like that, and it ended up just like,
Just
it
literally
was,
your only option.
yeah, and by the end of it, like the only option I've got to get out of this alive, without sort of succumbing to some sort of boredom coma.
Yeah,
So
I'm just going to go to the
Duncan,
loo. Don't come in. I'm having a shit.
I'm having a shit. And if there's a knock at the
Yellow
door, just
pages.
answer the door. Just
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and that's it. So those are my three.
Yeah, nice.
You guys put way too much effort into this. Like, I hadn't thought of any reason why I'd kill you all. Duncan might be because of too many Dunkadotes.
Yeah,
Too many.
it'll be one
Yeah.
in joke too many.
Yeah, that just sent
And
me
it would
over
be
the
more
edge.
sort of. It's not even that it enrages us so much. It would be an act of mercy on behalf of anyone who has to listen to the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, yeah, Duncan, we don't really want to do this, but you talked about the grass is greener T-shirt again. So, with regret, we have put out a $4 million contract on your life. You probably won't see it
seems too
coming.
much.
Just relax.
Tom, I think there comes a time when, if you just haven't watched The Expanse, I just need to get rid of that problem. Okay?
It's kinder to put one in the back of the skull than it is to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I think at that point I'm just like, it's got a great hit ratio. I know he's going to love it. He's not watching it. If he's not there, I won't think about it anymore.
So on the other hand, I think probably the reason to get rid of Dan is just, I've got enough shit to get on with. Stop telling me to watch X-Men 97.
Fuck me. Seriously, like, it's
Don't
so
get all
good.
evangelical about it. This is part of the problem.
I don't care. What's that?
It's like,
What's that red dot?
if you had your way, you would recommend shows to people, and then you would go around their house and you would stare at them while they watch it and make sure that they appreciate all the right bits properly.
Okay, so you hit on why my assassin is hunting you down, Russ. It's more of like a PI. I'm just gonna get them to like look through their scopes and make sure you're watching the shows that I've recommended.
And you'll just be when they give you the report.
And if you
back,
don't,
just be like, that motherfucker has never watched Stranger Things. He's never watched. Like, there's literally no
How's
footprint.
season 3 of The Expanse? Because my guy says that your TV's just been on Vanderpump Rules yet again.
Yeah. Or what was the other thing you're watching? Below Decks.
Below Deck is fucking cracking. Vanderpump Rules I've been exposed to. I wouldn't say I've watched it by choice.
what the fuck is Vanderpump Rules?
You're aware of Lisa Vanderpump from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?
No.
It's
No.
It's a bit of a weird one. It's like it's one of those
I
Bravo
love the fact
reality
you asked
shows.
us that. Like, so you know
It's-
Lisa Vanderpump?
It's
right?
all the people that work in one of her restaurants, except it's a really unrealistic restaurant because they never seem to have any customers in, and it's all just people having affairs with each other and arguing. And it was reasonably interesting when it was people who were like waiters and bar staff, but because they've been on this show for a while, they're now all insanely well paid and they're all living in these like ridiculous mansions, but they can't talk on the show about why they're suddenly really rich because you're not allowed to talk about the show when you're on the show. And then there's a whole bunch of betrayals, affairs, all sorts of things.
Yeah, so I'd like to change the reason why I want to kill you to this. This is this right here. You're watching.
I would not say I'm a fan of Vanderpump Rules. I've been exposed to it and got like reluctantly drawn in to sort of trying to understand why some of these people are such massive arseholes.
It's like me with Geordie Shore. Like, it was just so easy to get sucked into
I've
it.
watched Geordie Shore as well. Like, it's as you say, it's just like, and then we went on a night out and we had a great time. And it's
They do make these shows to
that's
be
it. That's all they do.
so addictive. Something else they do, Bravo seems to be like the absolute master of this, is you're never quite sure if you're watching a recap, something that's happening now, or a teaser for something that's going to happen in 5 minutes. You kind of, everything you see at least 3 times, maybe from a different angle.
Oh my god!
But
yeah.
it's so everything blurs, and you've genuinely got no idea when you've gone from one episode to another because like the titles come up halfway through an episode, and you got no clue where you actually are. It's just this sort of seamless wash of stuff that cascades over you. Quite comforting in a way.
Yeah.
yeah, the thing with Geordie Shore is like halfway through, they'd be like fighting to the point of like big
A lot of
security guys,
fights.
big ex-military security guys coming in, pulling them apart. And by the end, going, we just need to have a big family night and get on with it.
Yeah, we need to big family night, get mortal,
Yeah.
have a mint time, pull some
Tash on.
worldies,
Yeah. Yeah.
tash on,
Yeah.
yeah,
Have a Greg. I
smash
don't know.
some boards, yeah, and then apparently that fixes everything,
And then
which
they're
is
fine the
just
next day. Yeah.
yeah they are, aren't they? Oh God,
I can't believe he slept with my mum. But
I can because that guy literally oozes testosterone. Like that's all this guy does is smash people. Of course he fucked your mum. Like that's just what he does.
He'd be like, I don't know why you're acting upset about this.
Yeah,
What
he
about
does
me
this all
said
the
that I
time.
wasn't going to do that?
He's fucking my mum right now.
he brought his mother over again.
So I just
I
had
don't
to
know
put
what
them
that
tash on.
means. It's yeah.
Let's smash it. It's booking time. Oh, it's just awful, awful,
It's fucking
awful.
horrible. And like the
Yeah.
more you watch it, the worse it gets.
And you just know that house just smells of just like
Oh, like
old
Links
pants.
Africa and regret.
At least Africa. Yeah. Oh man, I don't think any of them would like be seen dead with something like Lynx Africa. It's gonna be, it's gonna be
probably
really expensive shit, you know.
a
Like,
mixture of like, I'd hate to clean up after him.
oh, you just smell the gonorrhea just on
It's gonna be
everything.
it's gonna be a mix of like vomit, sour milk, and like Paco Rabanne.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be like, and like pizza that's been like left down the back of the sofa for ages.
Ugh. They're gross, aren't they?
And lube.
Yeah, that sort of just that slight imperceptible whiff of lube. I'm pretty no, no, I didn't. It's
What?
not lube, is it? No, it's not. It can't be.
No way, it is lube. It's the whole room.
Yeah, it's just yeah, just throw some petrol on that couch and set it on fire. Anyway,
I thought I'd smash his mum from a distance.
yeah. So that's another reason to hire an assassin. Like,
Geordie Shore.
Apparently.
you ploughed my mum. Like, I'm gonna kill you. Like,
Once again, it's a police officer.
yeah,
Guaranteed.
yeah, it's
It's
gonna
a
be.
don't
It's gonna be a
hire an
police
assassin
No,
or hitman.
no. And I don't think I've ever heard in media, correct me if I'm wrong, Handies, a assassin with a Newcastle accent. I'm trying to think. I don't think there is one.
John Wick.
He doesn't have a Newcastle accent.
I bet you
I
could do
think
one.
he does, Tom.
He can speak any language he turns his hand to.
People have been asking me if I'm back.
Do you remember there was I think there was a CSI
Spooky.
episode, wasn't there? There was a CSI episode where they had a. Oh no, it wasn't a Geordie. It was no, he was a cock. Was he a Geordie? It was meant to be a Geordie, but basically just sounded like an Irish guy. Oh, he's a Geordie. I think I've heard of these people. Like, and he's just literally a dude speaking with an Irish accent. It's like
Excellent.
these people are supposed to be detectives. Like, you know, quite reasonably smart people.
Yeah. There's an air of jealousy about Geordie Shore as well, because a night out in Newcastle is a good night out generally.
Oh yeah, man, it is always.
But I also would not want to be any of them.
Right, should we murder each
No.
other then?
Yeah, right. Let's
Yeah, let's
murder
do
each other. Yeah, sorry, rather than wistfully staring off, going, "Who on Geordie Shore would I be?" Yeah. Anyway, right. Probably a
Okay,
member of the
who's going to go
bombing
first?
squad.
I don't mind. He's getting assassinated first.
So what we're going to do? We're going to do like,
Well, Tom, why don't you pick someone to assassinate and tell us who's going to do it and why?
okay. So right, I'll start at the top of my list. Russ, you were the first on my list.
enough.
Yeah. As I said, you're just effortlessly good at stuff, and I respect it. But I'm imagining there will come a day where respect will give way to a white hot flash of fury in front of my eyes, and I'll just be like, "Oh God, he's so good at everything," and then I'll go downstairs to my wife and say, "Have you got the number for that assassin's agency?"
Before
And
you
so-
go through with this, you should hear me try to play a musical instrument.
I don't want to because what'll happen is you'll be like, oh, am I doing this right? And it'll just be like the best guitar
Oh,
playing
look,
ever.
it's Eruption by Van Halen.
I've never got anything.
Yeah.
I can do When the Saints Come Marching In on the recorder, and that is literally it.
See, that makes me furious because it's going to be note perfect as well. That's the bit that really pisses me off the most about that. It's just like,
not
oh, I
in our
know the one
house because
song,
the
but I
kids
know
have
it's
lost
so
the middle
well.
bit of the recorder, so it's just the mouthpiece and then the bottom bit, which still sort of works.
Yeah, it's, exactly. See that's the attitude as well, Russ. I don't like the attitude. Like this whole like, I've found out how to make it work. Like I've worked out the exact movement of my finger at the end of the like the bottom hole, just to get all the right notes.
To be fair, he has worked that one out.
Can you
Only
can you pull that
practiced
pose
it
again?
I practiced it once 5 years ago. Oh yeah, I practiced it 5 years ago. I'm a bit rusty, and then plays it note per.
I
Honestly,
mean, he does know how to work the bottom hole.
so
Speaking of which, I saw Challengers last night. The new Zendaya film with the two men that are falling over Zendaya, but secretly love each other. It's fucking great. I loved it.
Hasn't there been another film with that exact plot?
Oh, probably.
I think with Zendaya in it as well. Anyway.
Is that the one where they have the three-way?
They never really have they start to, and then it kind of It's
Ah,
all about
but
tennis, though, Tom.
oh, right. Well,
Yeah.
there you go. See, I think of tennis. I think of Andy Murray. I think of Hitman. So no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm not a heartless person because, like I said, there is still respect, obviously tinged with the white hot flash of fury. So I'd want you to have a sort of an intellectual kind of going out, if you like, which is why I would hire Martin Blank from Grosse Point Blank to kill you.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely
he's very,
love that
very
movie.
cool. But I imagine him taking you hostage, and then you and him have some sort of like, pseudo intellectual kind of like back and forth
Very
about the
very
morality
rapid
of killing.
bullet point dialogue.
Really snappy,
Yeah.
really good. Like if only other people were there, it would have been like a laugh 1 minute, thinking, like deep in thought, and this is so profound, like what they're talking about, and then the coup de grace. Like I know, mate, you're a no nonsense man. You've got a really good attitude and stuff like that. So it's just going to be a straight in the forehead.
Nice.
Done. You're out.
That is such a good film. Grosse Point Blank.
Grosse Point Blank is a great
so
film.
cool.
I love. We were talking earlier about hitmen and all that sort of stuff. I love how he says, when he talks about how he was sort of discovered. He took the service exam to join the army, and it showed that he had a sort of a certain moral flexibility.
Moral flexibility.
And instead of going into army training, was put into a CIA funded program to train spooks, and he did that for a while before going private. Like I think that's like such a badass origin story. A moral flexibility.
Yeah,
Like that's
nice.
all it takes for you to, and he said like, I was like, I did, I was like promoting like bringing down unchecked aggression was like his way, but he said like that's all bullshit. Like I did it because I was encouraged to do it, I was paid to do it, I morally didn't see any problem with it, and eventually you get to like it.
It's like you kind of get to like it.
Yeah, that came out wrong. Like, but yeah, I think he's the perfect assassin for you, man. Perfect.
Nice. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you.
Good assassin. Nice.
Right, shall I murder Dan now?
Yeah,
go for
Go
it.
around
Murder
in
Dan.
circles. So, plotting to take out Dan. I see. You could turn to your normal sort of like. Obviously, you can't. We talked about this. You can't just go and look at someone up on Facebook Marketplace. But I do feel like it's not enough just go to the normal kind of criminal underworld, because Dan knows fucking everybody and he's way too likable. So
Yeah, that's
on
true.
the off chance that you can find an actual assassin, give him the envelope of money, slide over the Polaroid photo of Dan and be like, oh no, I do this thing with him. Yeah, I'm not killing him. And that'd be like the fifth or sixth guy you'd have gone to. Would turn out to be like, oh yeah, so I do a podcast with him. I used to work with him. I listened to his NFL stuff, and he's actually really got me into it. And I'm meeting him at one of the London series this year. So it would just be impossible to find someone who actually wanted to kill him. So I'm going to go kind of more the sort of detached government operative kind of level, and also have someone who's going to be stylish enough and have good enough quips and quotes and things. So the person that I'll be sent to kill you, Dan, is the operative from Serenity.
Damn it, dude!
What a great assassin.
He's fucking
amazing,
terrifying.
Yeah,
Like
quite cheerful until Ice. It's really he's I mean, Chiwetel Ejiofor is quite a good actor, really, isn't he?
I should warn you, Mr. Was it Captain Reynolds? You can't make me angry.
Yeah.
I love that also his whole, like, I'm a monster. Like, I'm not gonna live in this world I'm building. Which is what makes him so dangerous. Like, he sees himself as a tool.
Yeah.
A sharp scalpel. Badass.
In the olden times, when people made a mistake like this, they'd fall on their sword. Well, I don't carry a sword around. This is a good death.
There's no shame in this.
Yeah.
You don't actually see his sword until then, do you?
Yeah.
Until I don't carry it. He just pulls it out.
So good. It's such a great character. I'd say utterly terrifying, just relentless.
And how would it be done with the sword?
I think it'd have to be, really, wouldn't it? Not the whole, make you paralyze, do the nerve paralysis and make you fall over onto it. A bit quicker and cleaner than that, I think. We don't need to, because that amazing shot of the guy like sliding down the blade, and he sort of stops, and it goes a little bit further in.
Oh, yeah.
So none of that business. I suppose it depends how much of a fight you put up.
Probably not much.
I mean, I'm going to say not much. I don't think any one of us around this table would be putting up much of a fight against the opposite.
Most people like, well, fair enough.
Yeah.
Gave him my best shot.
So I told you my zombie apocalypse response plan was. I played Resident Evil 7, right? And there's a bit in that where Marguerite's chasing you, and it made me realize that if the zombie apocalypse just happened, I'd probably just be like, fuck it, this is too hard. Just take me, I'm done.
It's a bit difficult out there.
Yeah, fuck that. That's just a bit.
My wife always says that if there's an apocalyptic outbreak of something like that, her plan, and this is her plan, she's going to find somewhere to fall asleep and die.
That's not a bad plan, though.
Yeah.
She said she's just gonna fall, and that's it. That's the plan.
Yeah.
Fair, because not many people seem to be having a good time in these things, do they?
No.
Yeah.
They're not living, they're surviving. But, Right, my turn. I should probably assassinate Duncan first, shouldn't I, since no one's assassinated him yet?
Go for it.
Not yet.
Okay. I need someone that's willing to drive fair distance to get a single job done. Won't let anything get in the way, even if that includes dangerous Scotsmen. Someone that's used to travelling to the middle of nowhere to get a job done. To retrieve packages mostly, but will also assassinate anyone that gets in the way. I'm taking Anton Chigurh from No Country for Old Men. Someone who'll just drive straight up to Scotland, get the job done, and come back. Nothing will stand in his way. He is
another terrifying choice.
Right, yeah. So, like, if I think the operative's scary, I think Anton Chigurh is next level, like, just utterly. The scene with the coin toss is one of my all-time favourites. It is chilling to think
the guy
that
in the
he
gas
is.
station.
Yeah, he's about to kill that guy. On like, and the first time you see him when he's strangling the police officer with the handcuffs.
No expression on his face.
Yeah, no, he looks terrifying.
He's not going to kill that. He's not like. I don't think he's going to kill that guy. I think he's like, you've angered you. Well, he's not. You've divulged a certain amount of information, but you probably don't know who I am.
Yeah.
But my code, if you like, is, I probably should kill you, but I'll let fate decide.
Yeah.
Ching.
Yeah. That haircut is ridiculous as well.
Yeah.
The self-surgery scene is amazing.
So good. That film's amazing. It's just absolutely incredible. So yeah, I'm going to send the scariest man I can think of, like scariest human I can think of, up to take up Duncan, probably with his like cattle killing thing.
If the path you followed led to this, what good was the path?
Yeah,
I mean,
and
good point,
yeah,
Anton.
yeah,
That's yeah.
Mm.
I mean, yeah. Wow.
yes. Sorry, Duncan.
And method, I would imagine suppressed shotgun, but I don't want to speak for you.
No, he's going to use the say the cattle killing like compressed air
Oh,
thing.
the
Yeah,
yeah, the bolt,
yeah,
cattle bolt. Yeah. Ugh,
Lovely stuff.
yeah,
frightening.
yeah.
Mhm.
Back to you, Tom.
Uh, so
So you've murdered Russ.
I've murdered Russ.
Yeah,
I should probably murder you now.
go for it.
So we've had a differing of opinion. You've been yakking on about the Expanse to me
I
again.
love the fact that we're going to
And
murder
I'm
each other based on the expanse. It's like a Shakespearean tragedy where
it's
we
like
both end up dead.
it's going to be awful. And what's going to happen is that like as you do it, like you fucking never watched the Expanse as I'm dying on the floor. Like you're going to find out that I had like Expanse DVDs pocket. Like, I was literally on my way home to watch them. Like
He would have died if it wasn't for his copy of Leviathan Wakes that was in his
yeah,
chest pocket.
thank God I had three of them. Yeah, bang, bang, bang. Oh, the last one. Got it. But but the thing is, I want you to have a good time on your way out. I want you to have a good
Okay.
time. Like, right, with Russ, I wanted to be, I still really love you. There's lots of respect and love and all that sort of stuff. But like, I just need you gone. I need you just to stop going on about the Expanse. So the final like way to do that is this. As I said, I want you to have a good time. I want you to enjoy it. And I thought, we've known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
We, know that we know sort of favorite films about what things that we love and all that sort of stuff. And there's definitely, we've worked on some really good pods together and stuff like that,
Yeah.
like the James Bond ones. And a lot of us agree that GoldenEye is probably one of the better Bond films out there.
Yes,
So,
Tom.
so I would send after you to kill you, Xenia Onatop, to literally squeeze the life out of you between her thighs. So I think you'd have a great time. And obviously, asphyxiating, not the nicest way to go, but you'd have Famke Janssen squeezing Xenia Onatop, squeezing the life out of you. And that'd be it. I think that'd be
I mean, I'm down for it. If you can arrange that, I'm up for it. Let's go.
yeah, fair dues.
It's not the sort of character they'd write these days, is it?
Not really.
What, Xenia Onatop?
Xenia
No.
on a top.
Yeah.
You can't really do
That's-
that in a post Austin Powers world, can you?
No, not really.
Let's hope you can keep on top of things.
Ah.
Yeah, so I think that yeah, that's how you'd go with Xenia Onatop.
Amazing.
Nice.
Almost jealous.
I'll take it. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. So
Right,
Russ, you'd probably better kill either me or Duncan.
Should I'll kill Duncan now, I think. So similar to Dan, like hard to get to. He's kind of already somewhere that you might run away to if you thought you were being tracked down.
Yeah.
But he does have some very obvious fatal weaknesses, and things that he gets easily distracted by. So now it's not her main line of work, but I think she'd be open to it. I think if you paid her enough, Ursula the Sea Witch would disguise herself and then drag him to a watery grave. Now she's not going to disguise herself as some singing hottie like she does to get Prince Eric. She's going to disguise herself as a lump of particularly interesting seaweed bobbing about
Clever.
just offshore. And then as Duncan gets inevitably lured into the sea, he realizes that the seaweed is sort of wrapping round his limbs and pulling him under. Which I just don't feel that's something I could manage myself. So I'm going to have to get a professional in.
I think that's really nice because I think that's how he'd want it to go. I think death by an enormous clump of seaweed.
Yeah.
I think that's yeah. That's good.
Yeah, I think you'd appreciate it. You know.
Yeah, I think that's nice of you.
Oh,
What a good dude.
that's really thoughtful.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. That'll do him.
Yeah, very good. Dan, who are you
Okay.
killing?
So I've been thinking about this. I've been thinking there are many actual assassins I could send round, um, but I think realistically, who I need to send round to assassinate you for not watching The
Oh, me?
Expanse. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Sorry,
Okay.
Tom. Yeah, I'm kidding you. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
No fair
Um,
dues.
is
About time.
I'm gonna send Amos round. Not
Amos.
so much an assassin, more like a blunt object. Um, just to question why you're not watching The Expanse, really, and then
Is that Amos from Emmerdale?
yeah, him, yeah.
Now you see,
Now,
all you're
Amos-
doing there is proving why you 100% deserve this.
But I'm going to send my boy Amos round, the best character in The Expanse.
How, in all seriousness, how far into the Expanse have you got?
Me? A couple of episodes at most.
Christ. If you don't at least get to the bit where they're on their ship, then you haven't tried hard enough.
So
It's like giving up.
How did I get you into Warhammer?
It's
before
like giving
I got
up
you into
after
The Expanse?
the mini series of Battlestar Galactica, even though it's objectively bad. You've just got to get through it.
because for the same reasons that it took you so long to watch Stranger Things.
That was a matter of time and being asked, not being a prick about it.
I got sidetracked by Warhammer and Special Victims Unit.
Fucking hell.
Of which there's a mere 4,000 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's like a slice of them on Netflix at the moment, so it's quite easy to binge watch them one after the other.
I think Bobby would be better actually thinking about it.
She's probably more professional,
Yeah.
but probably more likely to ask questions like, why are you trying to get me to go and murder this guy?
Oh,
Yeah.
because he hasn't watched the TV show you're in? I'm in a TV show? There's a whole thing there. Don't want to get into that conversation.
Yeah, that becomes a bit weird. But yeah, so I'm sending her around, or Deadpool because he's funny in it.
He is funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've killed Dan, I've killed Russ.
Okay, Duncan.
So I've got Duncan left. This one is I've ended on probably my weakest choice because it's probably the most obvious because we've actually already spoken about them briefly. I took the same kind of tack of thought of you guys. Like Duncan is seemingly always somewhere very distant, hard to reach. But there is one man who has consistently, through all of his outings, always ends up where he needs to be, and is able to seamlessly slide in and out of disguises and all sorts of stuff to get to the person that he's trying to cap. It is none other than the very famous globe-trotting assassin, Mr. 47. I think it would just be worth the money, like to know that it would just be done very silently, and it might end up looking like a freak accident, if you know what I mean. Just
Yeah, if he happens to walk anywhere near a chandelier or something.
yeah, and hopefully it would just be one of those, kind of like real mercy kills, just like very quick, like just over, like wouldn't see it coming. But again, I think that would probably suit Duncan because I think even facing death with an assassin, he'd get distracted by something. Like even if an assassin was standing over him saying, "You're about to die," and I'm gonna shoot you, Duncan would see something like a pistol shrimp or something like that. Like, oh, what's that over there? Oh, look at that cloud. It's just something would. Yeah, so I think 47 would just be able to just jump, done, gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, surgical.
Love it. Makes sense.
Fair enough. No more inside jokes from you.
No. Done.
Fine by me. Russ,
Lovely.
you got left. Tom.
I need to murder Tom now. So,
Nice.
so Tom, I think you might be quite difficult to get close to. I feel like you're very sort of aware of your surroundings, quite sharp, quite on the ball, quite observant. So it's going to take someone who's not, you're not just going to be able to sort of like wander up to you, and also you're probably wearing an intricate set of 3D printed body armor at any time. So it is going to, this isn't going to, doing this from a distance won't cut it. So I'm going to need someone who can not just blend in, but like literally seamlessly mirror appearance. So I was originally going to go with Gene Parmesan from Arrested Development.
Nice.
I think we might need to go a little bit more professional. So I'm going to be employing Jaqen and Hagar from Game of Thrones.
Oh, wow. That's a really good one.
Face shift, or whatever the hell it's called. They've got a name for it, haven't they?
Yeah.
He can completely alter his appearance. He could be anyone. So he can sort of shift between various different identities to get close to you. And then when he's got you alone, the final face that he will don, you will turn round and it will be Ewan McGregor staring at you. And then he'll kill you.
Will he do the voice? Not Ewan's voice, but will he do my bad Bob Mortimer impression of Ewan?
Yeah. And then that's the last thing you'll see or hear. So you're going to die very confused.
That's so brilliant.
I love it.
Yeah, I like that. I'm happy with that. I think I just love the idea of like, hey, that's Ewan McGregor. Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah, it's time to kill you now. That's what he sounds like. Fucking brilliant.
It's a perfect impression of Ewan McGregor, who's been on the podcast.
It's amazing.
Well done, Tom. Yeah. Never heard that before, so that's really good. Never heard you do that.
We haven't had Ewan on for a while.
No, we should have Ewan. See if he's free.
He's quite busy at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah. Could we call it a reunion McGregor? Reunion McGregor.
Mm-hmm.
We could do Ewan McGregor, This Is Your Life. And
this is your life.
And have like a journalist back on and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was contacted by James recently.
Oh, how's he doing?
No, he's doing all right. He's doing okay. He's no longer living in the gap between the fence and the shed that Russ is currently in. So if the scurrying sound has stopped, he has moved on.
He's not going to be the one to assassinate you, Russ. So that's good news.
No,
I don't think he had it in him.
I'll give him a text. I'll see if he's up for coming back.
Cool.
You know, he did once say he'd do anything for a Greg sausage roll.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't we all though?
Wouldn't we all? Yeah.
Lovely.
Right, Dan. Who are you killing? Who's your
killing
last
Russ.
kill?
So, as previously stated, Russ likes to eventually watch TV shows. All of mine are based around TV shows, basically, and you fuckers eventually watching them.
It's fine. Go with what you know.
So I need someone that can sit at a distance and see what Russ is watching, basically. And at any time, I get the choice to pull the trigger.
So if at any point I'm not watching something off of the Dan-approved list of shows.
Oh, Russ.
Yeah, this is genuinely how he likes to live his life.
He's fucking watching Below Deck again. Right, that's it. Kill him.
So I need someone that can sit at a distance. I'm talking miles away. Like, with a sniper rifle. Like, watching Russ, watching TV. Making sure he's watching the approved list, which is things like X-Men 97, pornography, whatever. But, like, it's... as long as
those things are very much the same thing.
One and the same. They're the same thing, indeed, yeah. As long as he's watching that, that's fine. But I need someone that can sit there for, like, almost months if they need to. So I'm going to take a Vindicare Assassin from Warhammer 40k to sit and watch Russ watching TV, and at any moment use his Exodus long sniper rifle to take Russ out, if Below Deck or Vanderpump Rules comes on. You thought we'd get through without talking about 40k character? Fuck off. No chance. Taking the Vindicare Assassin. I was tempted to go for the Eversaw, just for the lols. Just Eversaw turning up, getting so mad and exploding in front of you. Showering
the Vindicare is the only one that really is actually an assassin. Whereas the Eversaw is a sort of world-destroying psychopath.
It's a living grenade, basically, isn't it? So yeah. The Calidus is more closer to a spy, isn't it, than an assassin? Yeah. I suppose it is still an assassin, but the Vindicare is the one that actually sits back with a long sniper rifle, miles away. So yeah. And the Vindicare Assassin is my favourite as well. The Colexus actually is pretty fun. making psychers want to kill themselves, basically.
Probably deserve that. So yeah, thank you, appreciate it.
I'd watch X-Men '97. That's all. You never know; they might have been there for months already.
Just for your own safety, watch X-Men '97.
Yeah. What bit? And so I'll be constantly talking to Vindicator, going, "What bit's he on?" No, I love that bit. Yeah.
Did he smile? Did you like that bit?
How did he react? Tell me how he reacted.
This is until you start. You're chatting to Vindicator and go, have you watched this? And then there's another one a mile behind that guy.
Yeah.
There we go. That's the way forward. Yeah.
Russ is watching it though, isn't he? He's not like on his phone.
Is he actually watching?
Is he actually watching it? He's not.
Yeah. His phone's ringing. What? He shouldn't answer. It's better than that.
Has he paused it?
Yeah. Is he gone to the loo? Did he not pause it when he went to the loo?
He's going to miss that. Has he missed the bit with?
Send in the Eversort.
Yeah. Take him.
And so unfortunately Duncan couldn't make tonight and has been killed 3 times. But the way he was going to murder us was so Dan, he was going to send you an incubus, which is the male version of the demon that comes and shags you then kills you.
Fine.
Or Mystique disguised as Gambit.
I'm fucking
which
up
I
for
think
that
you'd
one.
be fine with.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love you. Card in the head.
Tom, he's just setting your D&D character against you.
Yeah.
Again, making
So
reference to
everyone will
some
know
stuff
exactly
that
all about
literally
that.
nobody off this call would be aware of, and thus cementing why he deserved to die.
Yeah.
And I get Lord Vetinari from Discworld, which is, I mean, that's not to be sniffed at. The guy's a pro.
Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one.
Yeah.
Who was the other? So my D&D character, or
or
was it
Master
just
Chief?
Oh, Master Chief.
I don't really know why. I can't really explain that one.
I think it's because I go on about Halo a lot.
He's not an assassin though, is he? He's not going to. He's quite noble. He's not.
How is he not sending what's his face from Deus Ex to come get you, Tom?
What, JC Denton or
Jensen Button from Deus Ex?
Yeah.
Or Yaron, whatever his name is, the guy with the basically it's just a head, and the rest of him is augmented.
I'd send him.
Yeah,
Because Deus Ex did it first.
Anyway, so lots of good
Deus Ex did
options.
it first, but Cyberpunk might do it better, and it turned out didn't do it better.
It might be now though.
I mean, Phantom Liberty is pretty damn special.
Apparently,
really
Cyberpunk is genuinely fun now.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
A mere 10 years
absolutely.
after it was released.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I just as a word on this, Deus Ex did it right the first time. When it was launched, it was a whole game, very clever, set in a cyberpunk universe.
People get angry
it
about
worked.
it. It's like, they've just released it. You can't expect it to function.
It's no. At what point did we dilute our expectations so badly that games release unfinished?
They literally said that as well. They said our expectations were too high from the game. I'm like, you told us it would do all these things.
But I do
But I mean, this is how
it
games
a
release
hangover
now.
of we grew up when you bought you can't update an N64 cartridge. You can't patch it.
Yeah, if it didn't work, it didn't work.
And if it didn't work, people would be furious about it. So, games just used to work. They didn't really have much in the way of bugs and things. And I know they're more complicated now. But, finish them, then sell them.
No,
don't mind waiting a bit longer. It's fine.
Yeah.
I think it might have been around the time of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines when games... It started to become a thing where more and more games would end up being would be appearing in various stages of completion.
It's always a warning sign
Bloodlines
for anything, film, TV, book, when something's got 2 punctuation marks in the title like that. When it's Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, that's never a good sign.
No. Because it just seems to be acceptable now that a game comes out and there's a 16 gig patch that then has to be downloaded and applied because the gold version of the game isn't actually the gold version of the game. It's all the bits that come a bit out.
And that's different to adding in new content or sort of support for graphics cards that hadn't been released at the time the game. That's great. That's the sort of stuff that should be added and maintained, making improvements to multiplayer, that kind of stuff. But yeah, just literally the game actually working shouldn't be on the like nice to have list at the
Yeah, the
bottom of
wish
your
list.
sprint sheet. It should be kind of, one of the things that's considered a requirement.
It did feel like, what's the Steam thing, the early access or whatever, or it was that Xbox one, whatever it was. It does feel like both of those kind of blurred the line of what was acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, The Forest is a prime example.
Yeah,
Like, released. But then to be fair, like that was actually like from the outset, we've got this idea, you crash in a plane and you land on an island and then you get chased around by cannibals. Like, and that was it. And it just developed, it was an early access. They're saying like this is what we've got so far. And if you get early access, you'll get the whole game eventually and stuff like that. Great, brilliant, fun times. But like, Cyberpunk 2077 is a case study
yeah,
of hype and a list of things that they knew weren't going to work. And then, I mean, that's the thing. I've never forgiven Holly Bennett for um for the Night City Wire uh podcast series that she did with CD Projekt Red. When they were talking about all the features and going through it, and it became, it was all about the production. It was all about this production of showing these things and stuff and getting people hyped up for a game that the company knew categorically did not match any of what they said it would,
yeah,
nor would it ever meet the hype and the expectations that were set amongst the audience. And they still just committed to this kind of, it feels very duplicitous.
yeah,
And that's the other thing. I feel like I'm being taken for a fool sometimes, which is why when a game like Cocoon, which I don't know if you've played, it comes out and is a meticulously put together game with no bugs, no glitches, no nothing, and has clearly been raced out, in a good amount of time. It's like when a game like Inside launches.
yeah.
That's how to launch a game. Like it does the job.
Mm.
Anyway, waxing lyrical. Shall I wrap this up tighter than a mummy?
Yeah.
Thanks very much for watching. If you would like to kill any one of us with an assassin, who would it be? Obviously from popular culture. Send it to us. Let us know on our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, even our Discord server. You'll find the link to our Discord server in the bio of our Instagram account. Just use the handle at TMTOOH and you will find us on most of those platforms. Don't forget as well, you can listen to us on any of those podcatchers, any of those music platforms, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, whatever your preferred source is. You'll also find us if you literally just Google Too Much Time on Our Hands podcast. You'll find us on all sorts of podcatchers because they just grab our stuff and listen, through an API. And that's it. And they shove our stuff out there. All very grateful. And also, don't forget, you can go to our YouTube channel and watch all of the live streams that we've done. If you just go to the live tab, you'll find all of the live streams that we've done. So not only do you have to hear us, you can see us too. And if you like, you can always join us live on the stream. Just keep an eye on our social feeds and you'll see when, where, and what we're talking about. Other than that, Dan, anything you'd like to share about any of the other pods?
I think at some point we will be doing a pod. We've watched a load of films recently and I want to talk about them.
Nice.
Yeah, I really want to talk about Challengers. So, which is sneaking into my top 10 at the moment for a film that I enjoyed way more than I thought I would.
High praise indeed from a man who knows his films.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, but nothing set in stone. So hopefully soon.
Okay, very nice. Well, look, let's wrap this up. We've all got stuff to do. Russ, thanks very much. Goodbye.
Laters.
Dan, thanks very much.
Bye, Haddies.
And it's bye from me, Tom. Sad that Duncan couldn't be with us, but on that note, let's cue the music.